you would not believe how good some of the free games on Steam are. I think we've all bought expensive games on Steam only to be massively disappointed. If you're sick of that, you have come to the right video. I've scoured the internet to find the hidden gems of free games, and in this video, we're looking at the top 10 best rated free FPS games. Also make sure to check out the rest of the channel, as I have over 100 videos with the best free games. Enjoy. SCP Secret Laboratory, which is a multiplayer horror game, and the game sets multiple players in a secret scientific facility where various unknown entities known as SCP have escaped confinement, and the gameplay is really dynamic and intense, and mainly centered around the interactions between various player-controlled factions, and each faction have their own unique objectives, ranging from escaping the facility to neutralizing the other groups, and teamwork is essential to survive and to accomplish these objectives. The game's design also encourages roleplay and communication among players, really enhancing the depth of the experience. And one of the main highlights of the game is the atmosphere of suspense and dread. The facility is large, labyrinth, and filled with dangerous SCPs, each possessing unique abilities, and the game's graphic style supports the eerie atmosphere. And as a free-to-play title, SCP Laboratory offers a really thrilling, chaotic, and immersive multiplayer horror experience that is a true hidden gem amongst games. Fistful of Frags, a first-person shooter that stands out with a really distinctive Wild West theme. The gameplay is centered around old western shootouts, where you compete in various game modes using a wide range of weapons, such as revolvers, rifles, shotguns, and even bow and arrows. And the game mechanics emphasize accuracy, timing, and a strategic approach to combat. Weapons have a unique handling feel, and the game rewards players who can master the rhythm of reloading and firing each one. And the game stands out for its detailed and balanced mechanic, particularly the precision required to handle the guns, and a really unique point system that provides a fresh twist on traditional scoring methods in first-person shooter games. The game also features various game modes, including Deathmatch, Team Play, and Break Bad, which is a round-based mode where players are assigned objectives, and with overall really immersive environments and intense gunfight. The game really effectively captures the rugged spirit of the Wild West, and is a great free-to-play tactical FPS game. World War III, set against the backdrop of a modern global conflict, the game promises a mix of tactical combat and strategic planning, envisioned to be a realistic take on warfare, and presents a hypothetical scenario where nations are in a full-scale war, and it then takes you to various urban battlefields across the globe. And at the heart of the gameplay, it leans heavily on team-based tactics and coordination. You will engage in large-scale battles, fighting over control points in vast urban landscapes. There's a wide array of authentic weapons, equipment, and vehicles, all of which can be extensively customized. And one of the distinct features of the game is the Warzone mode, which brings strategic elements into the play. Not only do you have to be tactical aware of the battlefield, but you also have to make strategic decisions that influence the larger war effort. And the game's visuals are gritty and realistic, of a world at war, and with its combination of underground FPS action and overarching strategy, World War III offers a really robust warfare experience that appeals to you if you really enjoy the thrill of combat and large-scale planning of warfare, and is a must-play in the tactical FPS genre, Sector's Edge. And the game is set in a voxel-based universe, and you are confined to an arena where not only skill but also creativity is rewarded. Every part of the environment, from walls to structures, is destructible, really giving you the freedom to reshape the battlefield to your advantage, or to create impromptu paths and hideouts. And one of the core gameplay mechanics revolves around fully destructible and reconstructible environments. You can carve out, explode, or build structures on the fly, which really adds a dynamic, strategic layer to the otherwise traditional FPS combat. And you have to be mindful of your surroundings, and you must adapt quickly to a constantly changing battlefield. The game pushes players to think outside the box, and the game truly stands out from other FPS in this great blend of FPS mechanics, combined with a sandbox-style freedom. And with an array of weapons and tools at your disposal, you are encouraged to experiment, strategize, and engage in dynamic combat scenarios. And the game truly provides a fresh and engaging experience if you're seeking a twist on the classic FPS game. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, also commonly known as PUBG, was basically the pioneer in the battle royale genre, and quickly became a mainstream game within the release. But in PUBG, you are airdropped into several expensive maps, and you then have to scavenge for weapons, armor, and supplies, and then compete to be the last person or team standing. Now, PUBG is a mix of tense strategy and fast-paced combat. The large maps, varying from dense forests and cities to desert landscapes, provides a multitude of tactical options for players. So whether you prefer stealth, sniping, or direct confrontations, as the game progresses and the playable area shrinks, encounters become more frequent and intense, forcing you to adapt on the fly. Now, PUBG is where it all started. This is where Battle Royale came to life, and the game has a great blend of realistic gunplay, strategic depth, and sheer unpredictability of player encounters. And all that combined made it a huge success and a significant influence on the game design trends in years. years. And if you're a fan of the more realistic, slower paced combat, PUBG compared to the other Battle Royale games is definitely more up your alley. Next game on the list is CSGO. Released in 2012, the game is renowned for tactical gameplay, precise shooting mechanics, and a high skill ceiling, making it a mainstay in competitive gaming for many years. And CSGO revolves around two teams, the terrorists and the counter-terrorists, who compete in various game modes to complete objectives. This could be planting and defusing a bomb, or rescuing or guarding hostages. Each match is a fast-paced strategic encounter, where team coordination, map knowledge, and quick reflexes are essential for success. Players can purchase a variety of weapons and equipment at the beginning of each round, with the money earned based on their performance. And CSGO competitive scene is one of the most established in esports, with numerous professional teams and players from around the world, with some of the prize pools reaching into the millions of dollars. And with a high emphasis on tactical gameplay, precision, and team coordination, the game continues to captivate audiences and players alike, reinforcing its position as a legendary title in the world of competitive gaming. Deathly Stillness is a really dynamic and thrilling zombie apocalypse game, plunging you into desolate landscapes of a world under siege by the undead. And set in a grim and decaying urban environment, you find yourself there as a lone survivor, aiming to outlive the scourge. And your ultimate goal is not only to survive, but also to understand the source of this cataclysm. The outcome primarily defined by your ability to adapt, strategize, and overcome the relentless onslaught of the undead. And the crux of Deathly Stillness lies in its challenging and intense gameplay. It's primarily a shooter, where the challenges escalate with the number and ferocity of the zombies you encounter. And the game distinguishes itself with its meticulous detailed environment, really realistic gunplay mechanics, and a variety of undead enemies. And each enemy type poses a unique threat, forcing you to constantly adapt and rethink your strategies, making every encounter a thrilling experience. And if you enjoy high-stakes combat, survival horror games with a really demanding yet rewarding gameplay experience, Deathly Stillness will be the perfect game for you. Dirty Bomb. As in a post-apocalyptic world, you step into the shoes of varied casts of mercenaries, each boasting unique abilities and personalities. And with the city in ruins and the streets filled with toxic radiation, you are not there to fight for a noble cause, but you are driven by the allure of wealth and contracts. And at its core, Dirty Bomb emphasizes team-based gameplay and objective-oriented missions. You are required to collaborate closely, combining the distinct skills and abilities of your chosen mercenary to complete tasks. This could be repairing extraction vehicles, hacking terminals, or delivering EMP charges. And the game stands out with a focus on gunplay skill and movement mechanics, where a player's mastery over the game's parkour system can provide a significant edge in a combat situation. And what truly sets the game apart is the blend of traditional FPS mechanics with hero-based elements, and with dynamic maps, challenging objectives, and a roster of engaging mercenaries. Dirty Bomb has a really refreshing take on modern multiplayer FPS games, rewarding both tactical prowess and individual sharp shooting skills. Hired Ops. The game is set in a modern world where the game takes you into the boots of elite mercenaries who undertake high-risk contracts around the globe. And the game offers a blend of fast-paced action with tactical depth, providing a range of combat scenarios that you can really engage in. And as a mercenary, you have access to an extensive arsenal of weapons and gear, and they can all be customized in depth to fit your exact playstyle and the tactical situation you require. And the game's progression system also allows you to upgrade your mercenary, enhancing your combat capabilities and refining your role in the battlefield. And what really distinguishes the game is the dedication to creating a sense of being a part of the mercenary role. This is quite evident in the game's contract system, where completing specific tasks and missions adds to your reputation and also earns you in-game currency, which can then be used further on to add to your arsenal. And the game offers a really dynamic and tactical FPS experience if you're seeking intense, objective-driven combat situations. At America's Army Proving Grounds, with a really unique inception, as it was actually created as recruitment and information tool to provide a virtual glimpse into the life and training of Army soldiers. The tactical multiplayer FPS aims to deliver a realistic representation of teamwork and modern-day infantry combat, and the gameplay focuses on small unit tactical maneuvers and places a large emphasis on the value of teamwork. You will engage in 12 versus 12 battles, simulating real-world infantry operations, and the game really prioritizes communication, strategy, and the use of authentic military tactics. And a standout feature of the game is the attention to realism and authenticity. From the weapons used in training scenarios and map design, the game really offers a glimpse into how tactical operations of the US Army really functions. Additionally, the robust training section provides you understanding of Army values, teamwork, and rules of engagement. And as a free-to-play game, it not only offers a really good good FPS experience, but also serves as a tool if you're curious about the military life and their operations. Let me know in the comments which game on this list is your favorite, but also what game you're gonna try out after watching this video. And if you're looking for more inspiration for games to play, I would highly recommend checking out the videos on the screen now, as I think you will also really like those. So check those out and I'll see you over there.